Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is a spiritual guide that invites readers to discover the transformative power of living fully in the present moment. Drawing from personal revelations, universal truths, and practical wisdom, Tolle teaches how letting go of past regrets and future anxieties can lead to a life of peace, clarity, and fulfillment. His teachings are warm, profound, and deeply relatable, with examples and anecdotes that illuminate the path towards spiritual awakening. The Awakening, Tolle's personal revelation. Tolle begins with the story of his own spiritual awakening. At the age of 29, he was consumed by depression and despair, living in a constant state of mental anguish. One night, a thought occurred to him: I can't live with myself any longer. This led to a profound realization: if there's an I and a myself, who is the self causing so much pain? The question catapulted him into a state of deep peace and presence. This moment marked the beginning of his spiritual journey and the foundation of his teachings. The Ego, your inner saboteur. A central theme of the book is the concept of the ego, the voice in our head that incessantly judges, compares, and fears. Tolle explains that the ego thrives on identification with past experiences and future projections. He uses the metaphor of a phantom self to describe how this mental construct keeps us trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction. For example, Tolle recalls working with a woman who was perpetually unhappy in her relationships. Her ego constantly replayed past heartbreaks and worried about future betrayals, robbing her of the ability to connect with her partner in the present moment. By shifting her focus to the now, she learned to let go of her stories and experience love and connection in real time. The illusion of time. Tolle challenges the human obsession with time, explaining that our fixation on the past and future is the root of suffering. He emphasizes that the only true reality is the present moment, which he calls now. The past is nothing more than a memory, and the future is a projection of the mind. When we anchor ourselves in the present, we liberate ourselves from the mind's grip. To illustrate this, Tolle shares the story of a man facing terminal illness. Initially consumed by fear and regret, the man began practicing presence by focusing solely on the sensations of his body and the beauty of his surroundings. Through this practice, he discovered a profound peace despite his circumstances. Freedom from pain, breaking the pain body. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, an emotional energy field created by unresolved past hurts. The pain body feeds on negative emotions and perpetuates cycles of suffering. For instance, a person with a strong pain body might find themselves repeatedly attracting conflict or reliving old wounds. One of Tolle's students, a woman who struggled with anger, found healing by becoming conscious of her pain body. Instead of reacting in anger, she observed the emotion without judgment, allowing it to dissolve. Over time, she experienced freedom from the reactive patterns that had controlled her for years. If you'd like a copy of The Power of Now, or any other book for that matter, click the link in the description for more info. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Practicing presence, anchors in the now. Tolle offers practical tools to cultivate presence and escape the clutches of the mind. Mindful breathing. Focusing on your breath brings you into the present. Tolle describes it as an anchor that stills the mind and connects you to your inner being. Body awareness. Paying attention to bodily sensations can ground you in the now. For example, during moments of stress, placing awareness on the rise and fall of your chest can instantly calm your mind. Witnessing the mind. Tolle advises observing your thoughts without attaching to them. This practice creates a gap between your true self and the chatter of your mind. Surrender and acceptance. A key aspect of living in the now is surrendering to what is. Tolle explains that resistance to reality creates suffering. When we accept life as it unfolds, we find peace. He shares the story of a man who lost everything in a natural disaster. Instead of succumbing to despair, the man embraced his new reality with acceptance. This mindset allowed him to rebuild his life with grace and resilience. The joy of being. At its core, The Power of Now is about reconnecting with the joy of simply being. Tolle reminds us that true happiness is not found in achievements, possessions, or external validation, but in the stillness of the present moment. He tells the story of a monk who, despite living in poverty, radiated contentment. The monk explained that his secret was simple. He lived each moment as if it were his last, cherishing every breath and experience. Takeaways. Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now is more than a book. It's an invitation to transform your relationship with life. Through its teachings, you learn to quiet the mind, break free from the burdens of time, and savor the richness of the present. The stories and examples remind us that peace isn't something we chase, it's something we uncover when we let go of distractions and connect with the now. This timeless wisdom inspires readers to awaken to life's beauty, one moment at a time. Whether you're seeking relief from anxiety or searching for a deeper sense of purpose, The Power of Now provides a warm, encouraging guide to rediscovering the joy of being. Do you ever wonder why some people do exceptionally well in business and life? Stick around for our summary of The Winner Effect by Ian Robertson to find out why.